Hi there. Want to see the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life?
State Representative James Tallarico about the redistricting battle in his state. But first, today is August the 4th. That happens to be the birthday of my first guest.
Oh, wow.
Joaquin Oliver died in the Parkland school shooting
What?
in Florida back in 2018. But his parents, Manuel and Patricia, have created an AI version
I guess
of their
this is
son
him.
to deliver a powerful
no.
message on gun violence. Manny asked me if I'd like to be the first reporter to have the chance to interview Joaquin, whose nickname was Guac. I've talked about him on this show before. Knowing Manny for several years now, I consider him to be a good friend. So, of course, I took him up on the opportunity.
Of course.
So here's that interview using artificial intelligence, as well as a conversation I had with Manny about this experience to connect with Guac. Take a look.
All right. If you want to share anything or have questions, I'm all ears. Just let me know.
Joaquin, it's Jim Acosta. I was wondering if you could tell me what happened to you.
I appreciate your curiosity.
I think you could just look up a news article to find out rather than bringing back some sort of eldritch horror using the absolute nightmare that is the internet. By the way, welcome to the internet. This is the internet.show. This is PodAwful.
Taken from this.
I'm going to ask a question. What if the military-industrial complex was able to weaponize the Hat Man?
Good question. Welcome, everybody, to the program. Hi. Hi, henchman. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm your host, Jesse. P.S. This is PodAwful. Happy to be here. Hope you guys are happy to be here, too. Oh, I would be. I would normally be happy to be here. But this is it. It's over. What am I talking about? Life, of course.
Uh-oh.
Enjoy. This is the end. You're at it. You get to see it. Hey, may you live in interesting times. May you die in interesting times. May you be brought back forever against your will in interesting times. Welcome to the program. We've got the live chat room going on over here. PodAwful is back, baby. Someone says forever the best intro in the game. H2BH program. Let's goo. We do have our goo going as well, everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of everything we do here. Welcome to the program. I'm wearing a hat. It doesn't fit my head. My head is too big for my own brand new merch. We're going to talk about the merch in a little bit. Please ignore the fact that the hat is too small for my head. Not a joke. I've got it on the last snap. And my head is just too big. Everybody, I feel like people don't believe me when I say my head is absolutely ginormous. This is a one-size-fits-all adjustable trucker hat. Always pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. That's the PodAwful promise.
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not pleasure for me because my head too big. Oh, your head too big. So anyway, just ignore that fact. I feel like you guys were saying it before the show. Jesse, how are you going to sell a hat if they don't see you wear the hat?
Exactly.
You're right.
I said that.
You're right. But look at look how little this looks on top of my big melon. Oh, I hurt something. Oh, I stretched something. Ooh-wee. This is a show. Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is a show, believe it or not. Been a little while. Sorry. Not really up to me, to be honest with you. We are working on that pizza fund. Too fat for hats, they say in the chat. Yeah, too fat for chat, by the way. Tony Gunk, get out of here. You're banned. I'm just kidding. So anyway, we are back. The pizza fund is being worked on. I think we're very close to something. By the way, believe it or not, we might even get the original YouTube channel back. It's a maybe.
Holy shit.
Nice.
It's a maybe. Okay? It's a maybe. We don't know yet, but we might get the original YouTube channel back. There's some stuff in the works, all right? So look out. You know who's back on YouTube? Mersh. You know who's not covering Mersh? Me. So get used to that. I was going to do it. We were going to come back a little bit earlier, and I was going to do it. I saw Cog and Mersh were fighting. And I was
fun.
like, this is something. Look at that. Cog and Mersh. These are two guys, you know, that I talk about. And then I went, wait a second. Mersh is now the queen of the Debble-verse, the Debatable verse or whatever. And then Cog is the last guy in the sector remaining. That's it. It's him and Ethan Ralph, and there's no one else. They're down to the they're under the barrel at this point. Even his wife wouldn't poop outside next to wherever the sector is right now. And I went, you know what? Not worth it. Not doing it. So, no. I could have made money.
For you.
I could have made money. If I could have done a Pizza Fund only Mersh v. Cog episode, I went, nah, we'll wait. We'll wait. And then I saw this. I saw something, an absolute horror show. I can't believe it. We've been talking AI now for, basically all season long. And more and more it's come up. I've been, for some reason, put in the place of defending AI against other people. Now we're on the other side of it. You guys remember we covered what was previously the worst thing I'd ever seen? Previously was... Oh, yeah. It was a court case where a guy had been murdered, right? And what they did is they gave a victim impact statement, but it was the dead guy doing it, which normally doesn't happen because, there's for a long time in America, there was a long-standing anti-ghost rule in courtrooms. I don't know if you ever saw Ghostbusters. There was a whole scene about this, the two death row ghosts and stuff. The judge held them in contempt. So normally speaking, they don't allow the dead to testify. But in this one instance, they said, you know what? It turns out we figured out robots. So now we've got, you can just bring back anybody. They did this before, a long time ago. They did this with Marlon Brando. It was a big controversy back in 2005. Okay. I think it was 2005. They had that Superman Returns movie. All right. Superman. People have been talking about Superman because the new Superman movie. Did any of you guys see the new Superman movie?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yes.
Of course you did.
I saw it.
You saw it? What are you, retarded? What did you like? Is it like a work release program? Why?
I was bored.
Okay. So, and
very bored.
Hey, guess what?
Yes.
Guess what? Nothing was solved by going. So, and I can't believe
That's
people.
True.
And I'm not talking specifically about the James Gunn thing here. I can't believe. Aren't we done with Superman? Like, doesn't this? We get it. The guy, he flies. Okay. You can just watch the old one. They've got the old ones. You're allowed to watch them. They still exist. So. Anyway, they tried to bring back the old ones in 2005 with the Superman Returns movie. It was a crock of shit. Everybody hated it. But for some reason, they thought, you know what we'll do? We're going to resurrect Marlon Brando for the movie. The man had been dead for a long time. He'd spoken out in Hollywood about the Jewish-run Hollywood. Okay? This is a conspiracy theory. This is what Marlon Brando believed. I don't believe in that. Me personally, I don't believe in that, but he put it out there. He went on Larry King. Larry King, by the way, Jewish, and media mogul Larry King, Jewish. Doesn't matter, but he was on the Jewish man program, Larry King, and he says, Jewish people run Hollywood, Larry. And Larry goes, ah. And he's like, you're on with Dave. He doesn't know what's going on. So... He says Jewish people run Hollywood. Now, this is a terrible anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. They did ban him from Hollywood after that. Just to be clear, he was
Somehow they had the power to do that.
he did have to apologize to Jewish people, or else they wouldn't let him make movies no more. And he did it, by the way. It worked. Somehow that all... Anyway, then they killed him. So I guess then they murdered Marlon Brando because he was the pinnacle of health at the time. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, in that classic Seth Rich style conspiracy, there was no motive at all. He just dies. Okay. Mm-hmm. So obviously that was Hollywood at work doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So then in, what was it, 2005, 2006? I don't remember when this movie came out, but the movie comes out and they decide to bring him back. So now this cabal that doesn't exist, that controls Hollywood, is puppeteering the man's corpse before all of the nation to see in this big, supposed to be a blockbuster movie. Meanwhile, everybody's got a big problem with this. I don't know if you guys remember this from the time, if you're even old enough to remember it. I'm an old man. And so I remember this, and everybody was like crying out going, this is satanic. You're resurrecting the dead. This is beyond all comprehension. And all they were doing was like using old footage of him from the original Superman movie. Yep. Now we're puppeteering corpses. Okay. We have officially turned meat into marionette through digital means. And
they're cyber necromancers now.
Somehow the problem they had with this wasn't that, the movie was piloted by Bryan Singer and starred Kevin Spacey. That part was okay, and their lists don't exist. That's the motto around here. Everybody chant, lists don't exist. Lists don't exist.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
Because I want to stay on air, so I have to say that. So, with that said, I have to, before we go back into this horrifying video, I have to say something here that I don't like doing this. I don't like having to make a big deal about this, but here goes. I have to say this because we're on YouTube. The fact is, I in no way condone or will be taking part in making fun of or making light of or denying any real world tragedies or events. I have to make this clear. This is a comedy show, and we will be ridiculing and mocking stuff. I've even already been accused, basically, of doing this on Twitter. No. I don't know if you guys know. I went viral. I'm viral.
Nice.
Can you believe that?
What'd you do this time?
I'm viral. Well, tonight on the program, we're going to have a big one-of-a-kind interview, okay? And this is what everybody's waiting for. I gave a little bit of a preview on Twitter of my big one-of-a-kind interview. Now, as you've seen, Jim Acosta has got his own one-of-a-kind interview.
Connect with Guac. Take a look.
He's guacking with Guac. Guac.
All right.
God damn, we miss you, Guac. By the way, we miss you.
Want to share anything or have questions? I'm all ears. Just let me know.
And by the way, he's not all ears. He's all microphones. It's the only way he could possibly pick you up. So Jim Acosta comes out. He says, I'm doing a one-of-a-kind interview with man-made horrors beyond comprehension, a.k.a. Guac Oliver. And apparently what happened here is, this is a victim of the Parkland rootin' tootin'. All right. You're not allowed to say certain things here, so we're just not going to say them. But a certain type of rootin' tootin' gun violence scenario happened. And this guy, we all thought, except for Alex Jones, we all thought this guy was gone. David Hogg told us this guy is gone. And then David Hogg goes to Washington and says, we have to ban assault rifles. And then I went, what's an assault rifle? Don't they all hurt you? Are there some that are good? You got hug rifles? I'll take a hug rifle. Give me a little kiss. And so he goes to Washington and begs them to get rid of these guns. And then the gun guys go, nah, I'm going to need them to assault people with. And usually I find myself agreeing with those guys, despite the fact that I just wanted to be kissed by a rifle. And so, are you following me on this, everybody? So,
Yeah, I'm following.
okay. So he goes to Washington. He says, my buddy Guac. Now, by the way, it turns out, I don't know if David Hogg even went to the school at the time. I'm not sure what there's some, and again, this is not a conspiracy thing, but he was like, there's video of him going to school on the news in California, and then he's in Florida somehow in Parkland, and also he was like too old anyway, he was best friends with Guac. And you look at David Hogg and you go, this guy looks like he likes to guac. I'm willing to believe this. It looks like, he wants to guac this way. Yeah. So he tells everybody, my best friend Guac got his head blown to smithereens by this freak Nicholas Cruz. Boo, we hate Nicholas Cruz, obviously. And then, so we got to get rid of the guns. Turns out, he's alive. Hello?
Oh my God.
I mean,
my God. The bullet missed.
I guess it missed, or he's back. He's back. Which the soil was tainted. It was spoiled soil. So I don't know what happened. Listen, I'm not a practitioner. Okay, I don't know what goes on in these dark arts. All I know is I've spent the past, how many years has it been since that rootin' tootin'? I mean, what are we talking? 6, 7, 8 years maybe now even that we've been dealing with this hog. That we've had a hog in our face and had to worry about what it's spitting. And this whole time, I, in my heart of hearts, believed this guy was dead. Well, what about the other one? Are they alive too? Or how does this work? And so again, just to be clear, I'm not making light of the tragedy. Jim Acosta is making light of the tragedy. And the craziest part in all this is he's using this kid's parents to do it. So let's play a little bit of it and then we'll get into this, because it's honestly, it's almost too bad for words, which is no good for a podcast, by the way.
Joaquin, it's Jim Acosta. I was wondering if
He knows. You guys set this up ahead of time. The robot was told. So they've got a picture of the robot when he was alive, before he was Frankensteined back to us. And then here are his parents. And I don't want to say too much bad about the parents here, even though I think what they're doing is horrifying, because I feel like I kind of understand it.
You could tell me what happened to you.
I appreciate your curiosity. I was taken from this.
Oh, God.
No. There's better AI by now.
That's like,
right.
Wow.
Now, just to be clear,
2016 AI.
Does it even need to be said? This is not AI. He's talking to, this is like when you go to Universal Studios and they've got the girl that works for $16 an hour is standing there talking to Brendan Fraser from The Mummy. It's a pre-record. Yeah. This is a video he's talking to. This isn't even AI. There's no AI involved here. I mean, obviously they're manipulating the photo to make it talk. And you're sitting there going, that's a little robotic. Now, here's the thing. You don't know Guac like I know Guac. Okay? You don't know Guac. And it turns out Guac actually talked like this all the time. He was retarded. So this is, believe it or not, this is a 1-for-1 representation of Guac. Here, pictured here as one of the Boston Bombers, by the way. I think this is
really.
Wasn't he in One Direction? Handsome fella. Listen, handsome kid, shouldn't have died. I mean, that goes without saying, obviously. This is such a stupid thing to have to say, but that's how YouTube works. I'm not going to, I won't go, I cannot go so far as to start saying things like unalived. I'm not kidding. I took my kid to an outdoor event, park sort of thing. There was a parent there with his daughter, and little girl, he referred to death as unalive. Now, and my wife and I look at each other and we go, oh, like, we're 1 foot away from like, she had just been talking to, it was a man and his wife and their 2 daughters. And he goes, well, obviously it's unalive. He says about like, he's talking about like a bug died or something. It's turned unalive. And Kelsey and I are like, ah! This is like Zoomer language. And this is a guy who's, you know, a millennial, but this Zoomer language, this TikTok Zoomer language has infected the rest of society now. And, you know, I said to Kelsey, I was like, he's probably saying that because he doesn't want to say dead to his kid who doesn't understand death. But it turns out even parents don't understand death. We live in such a pussified, infantilized, Disneyfied society where we believe that maybe that is Brendan Fraser up there that the girl is talking to, that the parents of this dead kid who died in a horrific, obviously one of the most tragic things ever, they think like this is their son. I've seen them give other interviews on this. They've been shopping around their AI child for a while now, trying to get, I think they might be trying to get him into theme parks. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. You may be riding Parkland the ride, coming to a Six Flags near you soon. This will be your ghost host with the most, Guac, as you... Is this room really stretching as you descend down into the ride? But anyway, these parents, like nobody, you start using words like unalive and you start thinking death isn't real, that there is no way to die. This is legitimately, I believe, how people's brains are now working. So I think this guy was trying to protect his kid by not saying that, you know, death, you don't have to explain death to a toddler. Obviously, someone needs to explain it to the parents of this kid.
World too soon due to gun violence while at school. It's important to talk about these issues so we can create a safer future for everyone. What would you like to know more about?
Okay, first of all, can we also get Grok in on this too? Like, I need to fact check everything he's saying here. Now, obviously, the stupidest part of this entire endeavor is like setting. All right, so you're literally, you might as well have just had his corpse stuff. You might as well have done some taxidermy, have him in the corner of your, you know, velvet walled house going Gah! Or something like that. And then have Jim Acosta come over and sit in some sort of creepy raven themed throne as he talks to this. And you are just off screen with an obvious stick making his mouth go up and down. And it might as well be Jim Acosta with the stick. Hey, Guac, why don't you go ahead and tell me my own fucking opinions on gun control back to me? And there's a reason this is the motion in order to get him to talk. This is one of the most frightening forms of masturbation I've ever seen. It's somehow pedophilic, necromantic, and necrophilic all in one. Oh yeah, there's some romance going on here. You're gonna tell me? I mean, listen. You're gonna tell me Jim Acosta sitting here getting guacked and there's no romance? I mean,
Good point.
you know. So
Sensual.
this is absolutely horrifying. This is the twisted tragedy that's really going on here.
Joaquin, I would like to know,
By the way, he would have been 25.
what your solution
Damn.
would be for gun violence.
So I saw this. I said, you know what? Two can play at this game. And I'm going to have my own, later in the program, we will be doing the world premiere of my own interview about gun violence with a very special guest. And if you follow me on Twitter at PodAwful, then you've already seen a little preview of that special guest. You're not going to believe it. Stay tuned, stick around, because this interview is like nothing you've ever seen before. And by the way, you know, this is Six Flags. I'm the Disney World of this style of interview. We've got the perfect motion captured robotics going on, the most advanced features of all time. It's so real. It's like so real, it's unreal. It's more real than real. It's hyper real, hypercube technology.
Great question. I believe.
Oh, great question. He programmed the robot to say to him back to his own question.
Would be for gun violence.
What's your solution for gun violence? By the way, If this guy knew the answer, maybe he wouldn't be a robot right now, you know?
Right.
Great
What is his answer going to be? Put a flower inside the barrel of the gun.
question. I believe in a mix of stronger gun control laws, mental health support, and community engagement. We need to create safe spaces for conversations and connections, making sure everyone feels seen and heard. It's about building a culture of kindness and understanding. What do you think about that?
Brave.
Well, I think that all sounds like a fucking fairy tale, but that makes sense coming from an animated ghost. So
Yeah.
this is like, I mean, you know, if I opened up a Harry Potter book and it told me a portrait of a dead guy was talking to me, I'd expect him to say some fairy tale ass shit. Maybe I don't know if Hogwarts has a safe space inside it. Seems like most of the time the magic is kind of biting them in the ass, really. Seems like a lot more trouble than it's worth, but it's possible.
I think that's a great idea, Joaquin.
Whoa. And why? Because I wrote it.
We definitely need more of that.
How do you live with yourself? How do you fucking live with yourself doing this? For real. Legitimately, at Jim Acosta, your pillow should be filled with bugs and worms and sewage squirming around underneath your head all night long as you attempt to drift off to dreamland, a place you will never go because your life is now a waking nightmare. Good luck. Good luck escaping. This is the reality you've wrought upon the rest of us. And listen, is it Jim Acosta specifically? Is it the parent specifically? No, of course not. This was going to happen. We saw this with that court case where they brought back the dead guy for the victim impact statement. This is where we're heading. And of course, when I went viral. I'm viral. When I went viral yesterday or day before, whenever it was, on Twitter, of course, everybody's responses to my tweet was like, ooh, what about so-and-so? Oh, you know who's going to show up next? Uh-oh, they're about to resurrect it Fourth Reich style. You know who's doing the rounds next time. You know, people kept asking me, oh, you should bring on this guy and this guy. And I go, oh, he's double booked with Theo Von. I'm no joke. I made somebody suggested a certain person be brought back with AI and that I interview them. And I made the joke. I said, oh, I was going to have him on, but he was double booked on Theo Von. I swear to God, I had not seen this. 1 second later, I refresh Twitter. The top suggested tweet to me is a clip of Theo Von talking to Hank Hill.
Spooky.
They brought him back from the dead. Hank Hill died like 20 years ago. The cartoon. Brittany Murphy. So
Damn.
He died in the shower with Brittany Murphy, I'm pretty sure. Hank Hill. Maybe we should take a look at that and compare and contrast, actually. Can somebody grab me, maybe find, I don't know if YouTube's got a clip. I just want a clip. It's like on Twitter for sure. Theo Von interviewing Hank Hill. And we'll see if we can spot the differences between this and that.
I'm so glad you think so. More kindness and understanding can truly make a difference. Together, we can create a world where everyone...
Okay, at this point, just talk to yourself. You know, hey, he's like, he might as well be giving himself a back massage on camera somehow. He's like got portals open in front of him where he can just rub himself, suck himself off, give him a little guac job. This is insane. Just look back and forth, cut back and forth, left and right to yourself, and be ready to just rub yourself off for this one. Hey, I had a pretty simple question there for you, Joaquin. It's actually, do you agree with all of my thoughts? Why, yes, I do. I agree with everything. Oh, you do? Yes, I love you. Wow.
I just sang it, Theo and Hank. It's a 2.5-minute video, but it'll give you the idea.
Perfect. Okay. So, well, let's watch more of this, and then we'll compare and contrast. We'll see if there's any difference between Hank Hill and the victim of the Parkland rootin' tootin'.
Everyone feels safe and supported. Anything else on your mind?
I would like to know more about you. Can you tell us about yourself? What did you like to do?
I particularly enjoy eating batteries. I've crawled here through a hole in a dimensional portal that is ripped through time and space. I am here to take over. You see that picture of George Washington behind you? Boom, it's me now.
I'm all about love.
Ah!
Oh.
Sorry, what were you about to say? I got jump scared. I don't know if you heard that. He started screaming. Did you notice he was screaming just then? There's somebody about to say something. I didn't mean to talk over you. You can add to the conversation here.
That voice just changes.
Just, yeah.
Okay. Take a listen to this. This is crazy.
Tell us about yourself. What did you like to do?
I'm all about love, laughter, and living life.
That's a different guy. That's a different guy. You can't switch guys mid-interview. That would be like all of a sudden he just has a British accent or something like that. They're just not even trying. This is a twisted I mean, imagine the horrifying miasma, the soup going on inside the heads of this kid's parents. I couldn't, you can't you wouldn't wish this on your worst enemy.
To the fullest. I cherish my family and friends and always try to spread joy wherever I go. Though my life was cut short, I want to keep inspiring others to connect.
Cut short? You're eternal. What do you mean? You're going to outlive everybody now.
And advocate for change.
Joaquin, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Like, what's your favorite sport?
I would say, you ever play Gardic Phone?
I love basketball. It's such a fun way to connect with friends and show off some skills. Plus,
here I am playing basketball, and they cut to a yearbook photo of him that they're now animating with Grok. All of a sudden, like a cartoon dinosaur walks in during the last few frames. You're like, what the fuck?
There's nothing like the thrill of a good game.
Guac, I want to know.
Guac. Guac. Is this factually true? Guac.
What your favorite basketball team is?
I'd probably go with the Miami Heat. They have such a passionate fan base and an exciting playing style. How about you? Do you have a favorite basketball player?
This is retarded. I mean, this is just straight up. Let's say the kid would. Let's say this was David Hogg or like a Survivor, right? You're gonna start asking him about basketball and shit. Also, he would have been. What did they say? 22, 25. Well, how old is he supposed to be?
25.
25.
Yeah.
You're acting like this is a toddler that you brought on. I mean, you're not even playing the bit correctly here.
There.
Oh, yeah. I definitely like LeBron James. He's amazing.
LeBron is incredible. His skills on the court and his leadership off it are truly inspiring. He's made such a huge impact in the game and beyond.
This is like when they fake a video game at E3. Well, you know you're not what they say. These are actual cut scenes, or this is actual in-game footage, and you're like, no, it's not. Or they got they bring out the new Android is trying to catch up with iPhone, and they're like talking to what is the Android Siri? What is that one? Does anybody even use it? Does anybody know? Like whatever. Cortana. Cortana, they'll just mix video games and reality here. They're like, Cortana, can you give me directions to my favorite restaurant? And then it's just pre-recorded shit. They didn't have the time. They come out for Star Wars Celebration. They're like, look, we built R2-D2. He's real. And he responds to voice commands and stuff. And there's just a fucking guy standing just off stage with the world's biggest remote control. Optimus, the Elon thing. Did you see the Optimus big reveal? Elon had his Cybertruck party, and there were robots everywhere. They were serving drinks, and people were talking to the robots. And it's like, there's no way. That's the same thing, again, like Universal Studios, that's the same thing as you talk to a statue at Universal Studios that is somehow magically animated, and it's a guy sitting underground several feet below watching you on a tiny CRT, sweating his balls off, eating Doritos, eating Bugles off of each finger, going, oh, yeah, little girl. Yeah, oh, you're a little girl? Cool. Whatever. Hey, what's it like being a little girl? Oh, yeah, you like the Miami Heat? Yeah, that's awesome. This shit's not real, man. I mean, obviously the fucking dead guy is not real, but like he's not talking to him. He's not talking to an AI. This is the worst part is like AI is bringing these sort of horrific things to, to pass, but it is not, this isn't even that. This is like less than that. This is smoke and mirrors. This is John Edward doing a cold reading. Somebody connected to somebody with a G name, a guac name. So I'm hearing guac in my head. Guac, guac, guac. For some reason, I just hear that all day, every day inside my head. Guac, guac, guac. And the family's like, that's us. Our son. Our son's name was Guac. It wasn't even. Nobody called him that. How do we know they even called him that in real life? I guarantee his name is Joaquin. Why would it be guac? Why would you put a G in there? I'm not joking. I legitimately believe this entire thing is one of these industry showcases to try to sell you on the idea of buying guac. And they made his name Guac so it sounds like grok. They're just trying to get you to like, there will come a day, I don't know, what's one of those like third-rate phones that no one buys? The nothing phone. You're going to buy a nothing phone and your assistant on it will be the dead kid from Parkland. Okay? And he's just going to be telling you about how good LeBron is while you're asking for directions to your grandma's.
Definitely. Whenever LeBron is playing, I always have to watch him. Hey, Joaquin, what about movies or TV shows? Did you like?
Do you like them? Have you ever seen them or anything?
He hasn't seen anything since he died.
Yeah,
so dumb.
He's going to start talking like Mersh, where it's just references to 20-year-old fucking TV shows. He doesn't know anything. What's he seen? Breaking Bad?
Was there a movie that you
I really liked Better Call Saul. Wish I'd got to see the ending.
I love a good movie.
What the fuck was that?
These are TV shows. Did you like was there a movie that you liked?
I love a good movie. One that really resonates with me is Remember the Titans. It's all about teamwork, overcoming adversity.
This is his parents writing the answer. His parents are the age where Remember the Titans is a movie they watched as kids. They're like, what did I like when I was in high school? Oh, Remember the Titans.
Diversity and the power of unity. It's inspiring. What about you? Do you have a favorite movie or show?
Yeah, you ever seen Transcendence? You ever see that one with the final Kubrick movie with Haley Joel Osment? Steven Spielberg directed it. Can't remember the name right now for some reason. It's not coming to me, but
Oh, I'm a big Star Wars fan for sure.
Oh, good.
Uh-oh.
And now they roll BB-8 out on the stage. They're like, look, he's real. He's real. You can have your own BB-8. BB-8 comes out and he shoots out a hologram and it's Nicholas Cruz. They're like, no, not again.
Star Wars is such an epic saga.
What?
Is it?
What it says one of Guac's favorites. Why do they have already a graphic ready to go? This is, by the way, their way of representing Star Wars, like just some random I don't think that even is Star Wars.
The adventures, the characters, and that iconic.
That's not Star Wars. This isn't Star Wars.
No.
This is not Star. I would know Star Wars doesn't have the caution tape stuff like I've got here. Look at that. They've got it down the runway. That's not Star Wars. I've never seen these ships. That's not an X-Wing, a Y-Wing, an A-Wing, a B-Wing. I know all the wings. It's not a TIE fighter. It's not a TIE bomber. It's not a cloud car. It's not one of Jabba's sail barge ships. It's not a Mon Calamari cruiser. What am I looking at?
Music are unforgettable. Do you have a favorite character?
Yeah, my favorite character is Glup Shido.
Oh, it's got to be Luke Skywalker. I love it.
Oh, yeah, buddy. The
Deep
guy.
fan.
Deep cut. Are you sure? Oh, gosh. If I had to pick one, it's Darth Vader. Remember when he killed the younglings? I mean, never mind. Bad example.
Luke Skywalker. What about you?
Luke Skywalker is a classic hero. His journey from a farm boy to a Jedi is so inspiring.
Are you?
Dude.
just read Google's fucking AI response at the top of the page. I mean, just show it. Come on.
Probably say Yoda is one of my favorites too.
Oh yeah, I like Yoda. He did such a good job of. By the way, Guac, let me ask you a question. How do we stop lightsaber violence? Is there a way?
What do you love most about Luke?
I like that Luke.
He's even doing the classic AI thing of like turning it back on you and asking the question back. Like in a normal interview, the interviewer would be like, hey, I'm the one asking the questions here. I'm shocked that Guac isn't going M- in between every sentence.
Became the hero. He came from a very small planet, and he eventually became a Jedi. And
oh, really? Are you just going to tell me the plot of the movie? I know. We know. I like that he wasn't too McClunky. That's me personally.
Saved the day. But I like Yoda too. Yoda is very entertaining to watch.
Yeah, he's green. Mm-hmm.
Luke's journey is truly inspiring, and
not Star Wars. Stop showing whatever this is. This isn't.
Yoda's wisdom and quirky personality bring so much fun to the series.
Quirky personality. You didn't need this fucking fake robot fan. He doesn't have a quirky personality. He was putting on a character to fool Luke. It was a test. Did you even see Empire Strikes Back?
Both show that anyone can rise to greatness no matter where they start. Do you have a favorite moment?
Where did Yoda start? How does he show that? No one even knows what a Yoda is. They didn't even give his species a name.
Isn't it Yoda?
No.
So why do they call it Baby Yoda?
Because they didn't know the Baby Yoda's name, so he looks like Yoda. So because there's Yaddle. Remember Yaddle?
Oh yeah.
She would just also be Yoda then. If they're just Yodas, you think he's Yoda the Yoda? He's like Mork from Ork or some shit. I mean, what are we doing here? Come on.
Like Mario.
Mario, yeah, Luigi Mario.
From the Star Wars saga.
Wait, what? I gotta go back.
Yoda's wisdom and quirky personality bring so much fun to the series. They both show that anyone can rise to greatness no matter where they start. Do you have a favorite moment from the Star Wars saga?
We really got to get off of Star Wars here. We're going to be lost in Star Wars for a bit. And I'm willing to do it.
I definitely think it's when they...
What the shit is happening? By the way,
know Star Wars.
I've only seen a clip of it. I did not pre-watch this. Okay, so I have not seen this. Jim Acosta is now reporting the news while his super sci-fi, futuristic HUD is on screen. This dude's preparing missiles. We're fucked. This guy's in control of the systems. He's Lucy.
They blow up the Death Star. When they blow up the Death Star, that's obviously the
Death Star. Favorite scene, baby.
Deep fans of the lore.
Never has slopped harder. What is happening? I feel fucking horrified. I feel so... There's only one word. I've got the ick. I've been given the ick. I'm experiencing the ick. I'm viral. I got it. Okay. I'm at a loss for words here because so Jim Acosta, his quote unquote show here, it appears to just be, this might as well just be a guy in his stream yard. Jim Acosta is one bad stream away from just being in the Dabbleverse. Okay. So I don't think there's a producer here, but I also feel like Jim Acosta's not putting up these graphics and choosing this. At some point, a guy had to get in there and choose what's happening on screen right now. This
big moment in Star Wars.
And they had to put the text together that says Death Star, ... not even a full ellipses, favorite scene. we
What is this?
what is this? Are we this close to this just becoming a vertical video and we're gonna have Subway riders at the bottom or some sort of tap-a-tap, game going on? Minecraft is happening so that I know how to pay attention and what's going on. Maybe I'm just too old. I don't get it. It's young fellows like Guac who would understand this. This is. See, that's the thing. The problem is I'm not the target audience. I'm an old man. The target audience here are dead children.
Gives you hope for the future.
That's such an iconic moment. The destruction of the Death Star really symbolizes hope and the triumph of good.
Okay, but how do we stop Death Star violence then?
Good over evil.
But they used assault craft to.
The X-Wing is an assault craft. We have to ban them. The Y-Wing, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the Y-Wing. Let's be honest, those nacelles. Are you kidding me?
And the Emperor, they were such bad guys. They had to be.
The Emperor must be defeated!
Dude.
I'm a killer gorilla!
What's happening?
Honestly,
Are they gonna ask him about Trump?
I'm this close to committing my own gun violence against myself. Is this designed to make bad things happen? Am I being MK Ultra'd here? Am I going to be the next Rootin' Tootin' by watching something like this? I feel like I'm being Manchurian. I'm getting candidated.
They had to be defeated.
Absolutely. The story of hope.
Absolutely. Whoa, calm down. He didn't finish asking yet. Uh-oh. The AI has become too powerful. It knows his questions before he even asks them.
Resilience against darkness is so powerful. It shows that even in the toughest.
He starts calling Jim Acosta a blood bag. Hey, meat puppet. Hey, flesh boy.
Times, unity and courage can lead to victory. Darth Vader's journey.
How are we still talking about Star Wars?
No.
This is an interview. This has never been done. An interview with a dead victim of a Rootin' Tootin' school, fill in the blank. And I believe at this point, 20% of the interview has been about Star Wars and basketball, maybe more. It should not be that this guy, is the one saying, okay, that's a little much on the Star Wars. Okay. I mean, first of all, Star Wars. I mean, come on.
Add so much depth to that theme. What do you think makes a good hero?
Stop asking him questions back, AI. That's not how interview work. Whoa! What was that? Did he just malfunction at the
Add so much depth to that theme. What do you think makes a good hero?
Oh! Wait, there we go. And just pop back. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, bop, beep, boop, bop, beep. We need to get somebody to come in here and fix this AI. This is not going well. I mean, imagine being the parents and seeing your child glitch as if what happened to him in reality wasn't bad enough. And now you see him living this Max Headroom style life from now on, where he can't even get a full sentence out without beeping and booping his way, across the screen. This has got to be terrifying. We need somebody who knows how to fix this kind of stuff. Some sort of computer engineer. Somebody call Mutahar.
Oh no.
What?
Fix it.
Did you not hear, Jesse?
Don't tell me. Oh, all right, you know what? Save it. Hang on. I don't even want to know.
Well, a good hero to me is somebody who believes in themselves, somebody who can persevere and fight for what's right. What do you think?
Absolutely. A good hero embodies courage, resilience, and a strong sense of justice. They inspire others to stand up for what's right, no matter the odds. It's all about making a positive impact. Who inspires you to be a hero in your own life?
Oh, I guess Luke Skywalker or Rey Skywalker. Obi-Wan, I think, is probably one of my personal heroes. LeBron James.
I was going to say that I think your dad, Manuel.
Come on.
Are you kidding me?
Are you?
is very inspiring, Joaquin. And you are
Yeah, okay. He's inspired me to maybe go to certain data servers and shut them down for good.
very inspiring.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. My dad's strength and love have always inspired me, and I hope to carry that forward.
It's just like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker.
Together, we can inspire change and spread positivity.
Joaquin, thank you very much for talking.
He's more machine than man now, I'm afraid.
To us. We really appreciate it. God bless you.
Thank you so
much.
I really appreciate your kind
The ones and zeros just explode.
Words. It means a lot to me.
Whew, ladies and gentlemen, Jim Acosta.
Frightening.
Horrors beyond imagination. This is obviously, I've seen now the response to this. Obviously, people freaked out about it. They hate it. they rightfully hate that this happened. Some people may be freaking out about it a little harder than others. I've seen now Jim Acosta come out and respond to this. I've seen the parents come out and respond to this and say that this is a thing that this isn't Jim Acosta. They've been doing this now for years. This isn't the first time that they've dredged up their son digitally. And in a powerful feat of necromancy, which, by the way, speaking of necromancy, we'll be talking about some new merch here soon in a second. But I cannot tell you, I've seen a lot of people saying bad things about these parents. I can't tell you how. I think the true tragedy, maybe the most horrific thing of all, are those parents. I cannot imagine what it must be like to lose your child. Not only, and I don't want to, I hope I never have to imagine or picture anything like that. It's quite the luxury to have, really. I cannot fathom the inescapable horrors of their life, because not only did their son die, he died in one of the most horrible ways possible, and he died a national spectacle, a news story. There was no time, there was no point where they were ever given the ability to grieve over this. You can't. When will you ever be done grieving over something like this? And obvious, I'm going to guess, I'm just making an assumption here. I'm going to guess the parents didn't have the knowledge to digivolve their child into this, Lovecraftian sort of unthinkable, unspeakable, shambling horror that now exists across our computer screens. I'm going to guess somebody came to them with this idea and took advantage of them. And we've seen this before. I've done shows about something called angel mommies. These are women. You remember that? Which is like, it's a tragedy. It's a horrific tragedy. And it's the only way to put it. It's kind of funny. There are funny aspects of it, but it's fun. It's only funny in that way of you're trying to cope with the horrible world that now exists around you. If you don't know about angel mommies, again, we had this episode. It's going to be back up on the Pizza Fund soon. We had this episode all about it where women will lose their child in childbirth, or it'll be a stillborn or whatever. And rather than go, shucks, what they do is they buy a rubber baby. Or in some of the worst cases, they keep the one that came out.
Oh, God.
And they dress it up. And they pretend it's alive. So we have already been existing in a world of simulacrum in this manner for many years now. And we used to be able to laugh it off. It used to be this corner of Facebook, basically, that you could just close out of. You could just hit the X button and it goes away. And then you go, oh man, that sucks for her, but also what a freak, huh? And then you leave the freak show zoo for the day. This AI thing, all of this is scary because it could happen to you against your will. You are no longer in charge. Now, a baby, a newborn, a neverborn, a stillborn, obviously never had a chance of ever having any sort of autonomy over its own image and personage and the way it would be portrayed and remembered. And of course, it had no personality, really. It had nothing to glean from it. And so everything that these angel mommies do while they make their fetal corpse doll dance around, that's a make-em-up. You know instantly, everyone knows. That's what makes it so horrifying and tragic, is you obviously know it's a make-em-up. Joaquin here and all of the guy from the court case we were talking about, and all future instances of this, it's a person that there are people who remember them and know that this isn't what he was like, and this isn't what he would have said, and that he would never be okay with this. I think all the time back to the Terry Schiavo case.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't remember, this was huge. This was an entire, nationwide scandal and tragedy. And it should have been nothing, by the way. It should have been a private battle that no one ever heard about. It's the kind of thing that probably does happen all of the time. A woman named Terry Schiavo got into an accident or something. Something happened to her, and she was what they deemed to be basically brain dead. She was basically no good. Now, I could do a whole other episode, and I probably will at some point. On brain death. Actually, I do want to do this. I hope everyone understands, there's no such thing as brain death. Okay?
Nope.
I don't want to go too deep down this rabbit hole for this episode. We'll save it for a future one. But if you don't know, brain death is fake. Hope you don't have the organ donor thing on your license, because you remember the conspiracy theory about, they won't try to save you to harvest your organs. It's 1,000 times fucking worse than that. It's 1,000 times worse than that. They're going to try to save you because they need you alive to harvest your organs. Did you know you can't harvest most of the major organs from a dead person? Did you know that that's why that doctors convened at Harvard, I believe it was, in the 70s to invent brain death out of nothing? Brain death isn't a medical condition. It's a legal one. It's a legal status. It does not exist. This is a thing that I've been quietly passionate about for many, many years. I hate it. I cannot believe, as a kid, instinctively, I just knew not to sign up for that organ donor thing. I didn't believe the conspiracy theory that they won't save you or anything like that. I just knew there was something wrong about it. And then I did the tiniest bit of research into it and realized, I was right. I was right. I have been thinking for the past 25 years of my life, just about, that the worst thing on earth is brain death. Is two or more doctors sitting there and determining whether or not they consider you alive. And the Terry Schiavo case was the epitome of this battle. This is where I really started hardening my opinions and thoughts on all of it, because Terry Schiavo, they just decided she's not a person no more. But if you watched the videos of her at the time, while it didn't look like a nice life, and maybe there are some people who would rather be dead than live like that, not me. Whoa, magic. Hello. Somebody's trying to keep Terry alive. So there's this whole legal battle over keeping Terry alive or not. Would she wish she was dead here? Me personally, never unplug the machines. Let me be very, very clear here. Don't ever unplug me, okay? I don't want you to ever unplug me, okay? I want you to go broke keeping me alive. All right? Down to the last, like, you better have backup generators going at the hospital. Don't let them, I'm not getting harvested. Okay, I'm getting too deep down this rabbit hole. So, Terry Schiavo, this was the whole case with Terry Schiavo. Should we allow Terry Schiavo to keep living? Should we pull the plug? She would die without the plug. They always say this. Oh, they need the plug. So it's not really, you're not really alive if you need the plug. By the way, you cannot be anti-abortion and be pro-brain death. These are mutually, what's the opposite of mutually exclusive? Like, you have to be on the side that I'm talking about here if you are anti-abortion. It's the same fucking argument as, oh, it's a parasite because it can't live outside of its mother's womb. That's the plug. That the plug is mommy at that point. Doesn't mean you're not alive. I saw Terry look at the balloons. Okay, this was the big thing from that time. If you don't know, if you weren't around for the case, the big thing was they go, Terry, you can see her, look at the balloons. And they had these balloons. And she would go, it was horrifying. I mean, it was absolutely terrible. And again, I would fully support and understand if someone didn't want to live like that. And they had a thing pre-Britain, like, do not ever allow me to have. I think the South Park episode about this whole thing summed it up best. It's like more important than whether or not to pull the plug, more important if this person is alive or dead or where their money should go or any of that. The more important thing is, please don't photograph me like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck.
Please don't remember me forever this way, because forever in the collective consciousness of the world, not just that family.
You hear that name.
You hear that name and you think,
Yeah.
It was so bad. And by the way, this is a thing that at the time, you know, I was young and silly and I didn't take it too seriously. I didn't take it as the tragedy it was, even though it did make me think about this brain death stuff. And, you know, we invented a little game about Terry Schiavo back then. It's horrible. I'm going to hell forever for this. But we did invent a game. It was around the same time that The Ring was still a popular franchise of movies. You know, Ringu. You ever heard of Ringu? It's viral. Whatever. And so I invented a game called Schiavo or Ringu. And the God. Yeah, I know. And the whole point of it, you say, oh God, but you're also laughing. So that's on you. The whole point of the game was, you do an impression of either Terry Schiavo or a victim from The Ring. And if you remember, if you've ever seen those movies, it's like a pretty impactful image, what's going on there. And then the other person has to guess Schiavo or Ringu. I'll demonstrate, okay? You ready?
Okay.
All right. Now fuck. That hurt. Now you guess Schiavo or Ringu. Is that Schiavo or Ringu? Go ahead.
I'm in some Schiavo vibes. Schiavo.
You're saying Schiavo, Urquit? What do you say?
Yeah.
I'll take the opposite. I think that was Ringu.
You're going Ringu. Urquit is correct. That was Ringu. That was the person in the closet that they find.
Good job, Urquit.
That was now. Okay, now check this one out. All right, Schiavo or Ringu. Now, is that Schiavo or is that Ringu?
I'm pretty sure I've seen that Schiavo picture before.
I was looking at the balloons. That was, in fact, Schiavo. Thank you. Okay. So, again, not making light of the tragedy, I am revealing that I was an insensitive kid, and I've grown from this, and my opinion on this entire thing. I thought this was like the silliest fucking debate ever as a kid, and that's why I would mock it in that way. I would not do that now. I think it's the most horrifying thing ever. I look back and I admonish my younger self, and it's rare that I ever do something like that, but I go back and I go, I can't believe I invented the nationwide fan favorite game of Schiavo or Ringu. And no matter how many people love it and play it at home and have been telling me for years that they've been doing that, I will never feel anything but shame for having invented Shivo or Ringu. Pick it up at your local home goods store. So the point of this is the Shivo thing. It used to be brain death is the worst thing. It used to be that the worst thing is this family and everyone on Earth is now going to remember you forever as the staring up, looking horrible balloons lady. This was a woman with a full life, a normal lady walking around. She might have even been pretty. I don't know. You know, she might have been a babe for all I know. Maybe she had the greatest personality. Maybe she was the first one at your birthday party bringing the balloons. Mm-hmm. And now you remember her as this twisted horror movie victim creature, you know, as if Samara had crawled out of the well and gone out of her TV and horrified her to death inside of a closet. So we now live in a world where there's worse than that. You know, it used to be death was the worst, okay? It's a sliding scale here. The absolute worst thing used to be death. Now, then it became brain death. Now it's forever life. Now the worst thing that could happen to you is someone reprograms your digital corpse into behaving the way that they think you would have behaved. Not only are they going to pull the plug on you because the doctors just decided. They just decided they don't have the bed for you and they're going to need them lungs. Oh, sorry, a guy from
3-day weekend.
Sorry, a guy from Israel needs them lungs. So you got to go. Don't worry. You'll live on forever being remembered as the AI chat assistant on WordPress.com. From now on, every time somebody needs help putting together their Wix website, you will be there like Clippy in order to help walk them through what it is they're supposed to be doing. Got a problem? Need help? It's just Urquit being meat puppeteered by 1s and 2s and 3s. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. And there's no, Hollywood's been on this for a while. That's why I brought up the Marlon Brando thing at the beginning of this. They are the first ones to be like, oh no, we have to be able to protect our image and you can't just use us after death. And it's so ironic that they talked so much about Star Wars in that, because Star Wars is the one that did this. Okay? Like,
yeah, it did.
Remember Rogue One?
Kind of broke the taboo, yeah.
They completely broke the taboo. And I remember going to the theater and seeing that and being like, whatever. What's the big deal? I thought, they did a pretty good job. It looks, kind of like the Leia one did not look so good. But the Tarkin one, everybody said that looked bad. And I said, I think this looks, the guy is dead and there he is. It's pretty good. And I remember thinking, like, I bet you if you've never seen Star Wars before, you don't know that is like a CGI guy. I bet like a normal person watching the movie who doesn't know that guy is dead thinks that's an actor. And sure enough, I saw it with my girlfriend who is not a Star Wars nerd. And I said, hey, which one of those characters was CGI? And she didn't know what I was talking about. She was like, the robot? And I was like, no, other than the robot. And she was like, I don't know. She had no clue. So I poo-pooed this. I was the first one to be like, it doesn't seem like that bad. And his estate said it would be fine. Buddy, I don't know if I've ever been so fucking wrong in my life. My estate is not allowed to determine whether or not I enjoy LeBron James.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. It's the cult of cult.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Pizza.
PodAwful.com.
Pizza.
You know, it's funny too because a couple weeks ago, maybe, I can't remember when this was. Oh, this was back in July 26th. I saw something on Twitter that already got the juices flowing about all these ideas, made me realize all this stuff is so crazy. I saw Mr. Beast posts this. Okay. He says, my fiance sent me this AI generated image of us with 2 kids. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something tells me she wants something. And it's this terrible, blurry, horrific image where she has AI'd them as having 2 happy children. And also Mr. Beast's teeth are no longer that of a gnashing gopher. And also his eyes look slightly less dead than in reality. Not quite sure how that one works. Now, this already got my brain going. I'm like, oh my God. I knew that, like, I don't know how to word it, but this is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And then Jim Acosta came along. Owen Broadcast on Twitter actually managed to put it into the words. I just thought I'd read them to you here. It's really funny. He says, once again, we must review that normal people are now exposed to things every day that would literally previously have only been madness-inducing items from fairy tales and ancient legends. That is so insanely true.
Hilarious.
He says, there's only a few classes that are going to make it out of this one. Idiot, wizard, aspiring saint, no idea what the tech people have going on, so can't speak for them. And then he says, every single person is carrying around items that a mage from Arthurian legends would have sacrificed himself to seal in a stone crypt for all eternity. That's baseline wake up every day in the 21st century. That is so insanely accurate and so true. I mean, if a guy came, basically any point in all of human history previous to the past 15 years maximum, okay? If at any point a time traveler had come from the future and offered you these gifts, you would go, I know this one. No. You're not fooling me. This is some sort of Faustian thing. I'm going to end up in a 9th circle or something. No, I'm genre aware enough to know not to take this. We know where this is going. I've read Philip K. Dick. You're not going to fool me. And then they fooled us. I don't know how they did it. They snuck it in under the wire. And I guess it's just because we don't have enough engineers telling us what we should do. By the way, my big one-of-a-kind interview coming up in just a few moments here. But as I mentioned earlier, you know, there's only one guy that could maybe save us from all of this. His name, of course, Mutahar. Okay. Oh, no. Now everybody's talking about. I got to be clear. I don't watch Mutahar. I don't even know. I literally don't even understand what his channel is. It's called like a game. It's The Ordinary Games. And I'm like, Are you a gaming channel? Why is your camera angled that way? He's the only other guy who gets to have a sinister red light. And nobody seems to have an issue with his red light. He goes red mode all day long, apparently. He's sitting there. So you see him from above. He's always looking up at you. It's scary. This is crazy. No one, I don't know if you guys have heard about this or not. You're not going to believe this. Mutahar was exposed.
For what?
So some sort of YouTuber came out, this big expose. I didn't watch it. I've always hated this Mutahar man because I don't understand. I don't know why people watch him. I don't know why people listen to him. Something always seemed off to me. Something always seemed shifty and off and bad about him. He was exposed, and you guys you haven't heard about this in the chat room. I apologize to be the one to bring you this news. Turns out he was Indian the whole time.
You know he wasn't.
Oh, should have smelt it.
I felt like I knew something was weird and off about it. I couldn't. The red light, I guess, fooled me. I don't know. He said he was Canadian, which should have been a clue, really.
Actually, yeah.
Native, one of them native-born Canadians. I should have seen it coming. Guy, he likes computers and stuff. He's some sort of engineer. I guess he's an engineer. He's a computer and video engineer. He's engineering video. And it turns out, he also has probably, much like Clippy, he's also helped you put your website together. If you've ever gotten one of them spam phone calls, then yeah, you've talked to Mutahar. Now, this is crazy for me because I don't know if you guys know this, and this is true. I did one time talk to Mutahar privately.
Mm-hmm.
I've talked about this before. Salvo pancakes. Blah. Not I like Salvo, but the name Salvo. His name is now 1800 Beef. I don't know. He now
1-800 Beef.
No, it's 1800 Beef.
Really?
Yeah, he calls himself 1800 Beef on YouTube now. I don't know what that means. I haven't tuned in yet to see. I just saw it pop up in my feed. I think he was talking about Mutahar.
Yeah, he was.
So you saw his video on it?
Yeah.
Did he know that he was Indian the whole time, or was that someone says called?
He didn't bring it up.
Yeah, he didn't bring it
He
up.
didn't bring it up.
Crazy.
No.
What is he talking about then? What, does he like him?
That he's a liar.
He is. Well, he was lying to us the whole time. The whole time. He was like, I'm one of you. And we're like, what? You're Indian? So it turns out Salvo used to be, I guess, friendly with Mutahar. And he had this, what was his show that we were all on?
Fireball.
Fireball.
Right?
Salvo had this thing called Fireball. And Mutahar and his girlfriend, or Salvo, I don't know. Muta, how do you say his name? Mutahar, Mutani. I'm starting to wonder, is Mutahar even his name? Or is it something Indian, it turns out? Imagine this whole time his name's really just VJ, Rajesh, or something like that. More like Sheesh. So Salvo says that, Mutahar claims he's got this wife named Dojongles, and he apparently they're not even really married. Salvo exposed this, which is crazy. But Salvo had on Mutahar and Dojongles and me. We were all on one show, which sounds insane. And
it was.
It was insane. And the way it worked was he had this Discord, and we were all in the Discord, okay? And he only had certain people on air at a time, and the rest of us are all backstage talking to each other. So I spent like an hour. By the way, at the time, I had no clue who Mutahar was. I had never heard of him, never seen him.
He was just an ordinary gamer to you.
To me, he was your average, everyday, ordinary gamer. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why they call him the co-host, Dirt. He was an ordinary. He was just, to me, he was the engineer known as Mutahar. Okay, I feel lied to. Because every time I looked at him and his dumb Carl Sagan haircut, I went, this is a guy I can trust and believe with my YouTube news. I don't know. What is he? Philip DeFranco? I would trust Philip DeFranco before I would have trusted Mutahar. And it has nothing to do with the Indianic nature of him. It has everything to do with I trust cavemen. And Philip DeFranco is a caveman. So anyway, I'm talking to Mutahar and Dojongles, and it was one of the creepiest. I'm not just saying this, by the way. I've been talking shit about Mutahar for this entire time. I've never liked him. In fact, probably the last time I had Salvo on the show, or one of the times we did the Turkey Tom episode, I was talking all sorts of.
Yeah.
I have always hated this guy. I knew There was something wrong, something bad, something stinky, if you will, about him. And don't jump ahead of my stinky, Dirk. Don't predict my stinkies. And I just knew. It was just a feeling. And it all came from this time where I was like talking to him and his fake wife for hours, by the way. Hours. I don't remember the full conversation. I just remember going, this guy is like lying and sucks. And what is he? I didn't even look him up during this. I'm not joking. I legitimately thought that his girlfriend was the famous one because she's like blonde and white. So I thought she was like, she must be the YouTuber and she's like bringing him along for the ride. And I knew they weren't physically together in the same room, by the way. And I think that is probably still true, but they were talking to each other almost exclusively while everybody else was just sitting there, like having to listen to it all. And I gotta take this hat off. I'm getting hot. Pardon my hair when I take this off.
Oh my God.
And look at this. Look at this. One snap.
Oh my God.
Do you see it?
Dude.
Oh,
I'm on the last
Out all the way
snap and it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit on the last snap. Everybody thinks I'm lying when I say that my head is gigantic. Okay?
And buy the hat, people.
And can I point this out too? Okay? You go and you watch Night Slave Radio with Mersh. He's got no shoulders. All right, I've got the biggest head. I've got all this hair. I still have shoulders. Look at this. There's no padding. There's no padding in this. That's all shoulder, baby. Imagine how big my shoulders must be for my head to be this big. Think about that.
You're 6'8".
I got to get the Mutahar angle, so that it gets rid of all this. I got to get rid of all this by looking up all the time at you. Anyway, so I'm sitting back there. I'm talking to Muta. I'm talking to Jangle. I think Jangle's in charge. She seems like she's in charge of this operation. Everybody's sitting there uncomfortable because they're basically sexting with each other on Discord in front of us. This is not a joke. There were other people there that can confirm this. Salvo will confirm this. And at one point, I start like making fun of them, which they couldn't even fathom. I think this Dojangles is like a nobody, basically. But Mutahar is like a really big YouTuber, right? So he couldn't believe that somebody had, especially like me, where nobody's ever heard of me, had the nerve. And I did the same thing to Turkish Tom. I had the nerve to be making fun of him to his face like this. So finally, he got I'm sitting there going, oh, hey, do you guys mind if maybe you don't, can you not do anal here in front of the rest of us sitting here in Discord? We all have to be here. Could you please stop? It's getting a little smelly in here. I literally was telling him he stunk to his face. Not a joke. This is all true. This is many years ago. And they finally decided to like go private into a call with each other. So what they did was they deafened and muted in Discord. This is nefarious, by the way. I think this was at the beginning of their relationship. They go deaf, they go mute, they go mutant, and they open up a second instance of Discord or some other chat thing, but they stay on camera in the Salvo one. So now we're sitting there watching them flirt with each other. And now I realize, now that he's been exposed, I realize I was sitting there watching an Indian guy go, look, I'm talking to a girl, because they can't believe that. Like how many Indian puas and stuff, puas, have you seen where they're doing exactly, he literally did that. I'm not kidding. For 4 hours. He did this. And then it turns out they're not even really married. This is all a sham. And then it was exposed that he's just a 7-Eleven man. the whole time.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
see
I heard
this?
that.
This is insane. This is absolutely insane. This is real. I don't know who this is messaging him, but they sent him a screenshot of Ethan Ralph. And Ethan says, in a just world, Mutahar would be working at a 7-Eleven somewhere reheating my taquitos. Never watched him. Matter of fact, maybe he is. Never watched him. Always thought he was garbage. Genuinely can't imagine watching his material voluntarily, which 100% we're in agreement with Ethan Ralph on that. He's amazing.
Hell yeah.
A great guy. One of the best guys out there. So this dude says, your career is over, dude. LMFAO, someone's a little mad. Mutahar says, funny that I own a few 7-Elevens, LMAO, and I see failures like Ralph in them all the time, except they don't get their ass beat just outside the store. Okay. So now we're in a predicament, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're in a predicament. Because this is a liar. Now, I was going to get Mutahar. My whole plan for this episode was to get Mutahar to use his computer engineering skills to fix these AIs so they don't ruin the earth. And it turns out he's a liar. Turns out the entire time he was just Indian. And so now I go, okay, well, do you own 7-Elevens? Like, oh, you know, if you told me he was Indian a week ago, I would have believed you. By the way, for a week, he's come back. He has come back, and he's now put out not an apology. In fact, a non-apology. Yeah. And we'll take a look at that as well. Now we have two choices. Either he's lying about owning 7-Elevens, which is where I'm leaning on this. What do you guys think? You think he owns them?
Yeah, I think he's lying.
I think he's lying.
There's
50% chance.
I watched another video today, Harmful Opinions. He said there's evidence Mutahar might be gay too now.
Okay. Listen, it turns out, and you didn't know this, he was gay the whole time!
He's
brave, stunning.
Mutahar. So your options are you either are Indian or are a liar, which is crazy. This is how did we even get here? And again, we're gonna go back to the AI thing here in a second, but this is big news. We got to cover this. I want to play for you Mutahar's response. Before I do, you saw the commercial. We got the pizza fund, PodAwful.pizza. We're rebuilding it. There's a possibility that the YouTube channel, the original PodAwful YouTube channel that at the time had almost 11,000 subscribers, there's a slight possibility that comes back. Wouldn't that be insane? I don't even know what I do.
Yeah.
Do I go back to that channel?
That would be sweet.
I don't even know. I haven't figured that part out yet. We haven't gotten that far ahead. We're figuring out all this stuff at the Pizza Fund, PodAwful.pizza. I apologize. I know people are like, oh, I just joined the Pizza Fund and now there's no episodes and there's nothing in there. It's like, that's not up to me. I didn't do that. Comedy Shaman did it. And as soon as...
No, I didn't.
No, sorry. The original Comedy Shaman. As soon as the Pizza Fund is back up to like 80% good and running, World War Shaman is coming. But I do want to announce this as well. This is another important thing. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of all this, when you don't see me on camera, I'm not taking a break. I've had several people tell me I'm on a summer break. If you don't see me, I'm working harder than when you do see me. Okay? The wheels don't stop moving on PodAwful. And I've been working on a lot of stuff. And it's taken me a long fucking time. This is one of many little facets of the entire picture that's been going on behind the scenes. We'll come to Mutahar here in a second. Unfortunately, I did reach out to Mutahar. I said, I need a new website. I need to put something together. And he said, oh, perfect. I'm a computer engineer. I can help you with that. And I don't know how he talks. I've never watched him before. And I did talk to him for hours, but I don't really remember. I said, oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll sign you up. I get scammed by Mutahar. He ripped me off. He stole my money. So I had to spend the past month making our new merch website all by myself. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing awful.tech.
It rules.
Go to awful.tech and you will find the internet's advanced software outlet. Get it? Software outlet. The capsule concept superstore. Now, I'm going to implore you to read through this website and really take a look. I've spent a lot of time working on this, but I will give you the basics of, okay, it's not loading. Bad. That looks bad for my, there we go. I will give you the basics of what's going on here. We have all the merch that we had before. I've brought back, by the way, the Nick, Aaron, Ape, and Kayla t-shirts. Those were limited time shirts. We've brought them back. We also have Aaron Red Mode style. We have
I think I want to get that one.
The Comics Goat shirt. Let me just quickly explain to you several things. By the way, I'm in forced dark mode, so this site's going to look a little different on my side. It'll look a lot better when you go to it. I have to do this for the show. This is PodAwful software. This is awful.tech. And the basic concept here, the capsule concept is this. I will be putting out capsules. And each of these capsules will, if you get what's in the capsule, if you follow what it says on the page, please read the website. I put it out as a test, and so far, nobody has successfully read this, even though it's all over the way. It's not my fault. It is your fault on this one, okay? I have intricately detailed this website. It's a beautiful website. You do have to read it, but automatically you will get discounts applied at checkout for buying a capsule. For instance, our latest capsule, and there's going to be new ones coming out all the time. People have been begging me for my jumpsuit as a jacket. It's coming, okay? There's going to be an entire Hinchman capsule. It's coming up soon. Right now, our big capsule is the Red Mode capsule. State of the autism technology. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, I'm wearing it. I think this is my new favorite shirt, and
That's a good looking shirt.
I'm not just saying that. The part of the Red Mode capsule are the Red Rooms t-shirts. We have a long sleeve and a short sleeve. I know it's summer. Buy the long sleeve. Okay? Mm-hmm. If you get 2 shirts in the capsule, it can be 2 of the same shirt, by the way, but if you get 2 shirts in the capsule, you get our new PodAwful, first time I'm ever selling them, PodAwful hats. Always pleasure. You will get the hat for $10 off. All right. The reason I implore you to get the long sleeve shirt is because it has extra designs on the sleeve. And I can't promise you that I'll be selling it when long sleeves are appropriate. All right. And by the way, if you don't want that, the Aaron Imholt Red Mode shirt also counts as part of this capsule. The hat comes in many flavors. We have all black. We have all red for Red Mode. We have black and white. And my personal favorite, actually, I should have gotten this one, is the blue, white, and red trucker cap. These are trucker style hats. They're very good. They're embroidered. It's nice embroidery on there. It's turned out great. I can't believe it. These shirts turned out amazing. I would not sell it to you otherwise. I did get examples of these in just to make sure. Here is the Red Room shirt, of course, based on our hit episode about Rufio Fionnix.
Best episode.
Probably the best episode of PodAwful, our horror movie, The Red Rooms. And as you can see here, it's got by the way, the first time we're doing this, the short and long sleeve have back prints on them, featuring a special.
I know, I love the back print on this.
Featuring a special iconic character from the Red Rooms. I'm not even going to say it. Just go and read it yourself. It's so much fun. Here's the amazing sleeve prints. I do have the long.
That's cool.
I'm not wearing the long sleeve right now, but I do have the long sleeve, and it is so good. It is so comfortable. And these prints are so awesome. I'm incredibly excited about this website. I'm incredibly excited about the products. We do also have for the pay cells out there. We do have a pay cell capsule. So if you're a cheapo, you can get 2 of these for $10 off. And then we do have the polycule capsule, where if you manage to put together a threesome of any of the Aaron and Nick polycule shirts here, any 3 shirts, you get $10 off. All amazing stuff. More coming. And we might increase the discount at some point. This is sort of a test run for all of this. I wasn't sure. It's a lot shipping, and some of you guys are in fucking Canada and the EU, where the taxes and the shipping are so terrible. I want to apologize right now if you're in either of those places. It ain't me. I am pricing it as low as I can for you guys. Okay, it would cost. I legitimately, until this relaunch of the website, awful.tech, there were some people when they would buy shirts in the EU or in Canada, I would make 1 cent at the end of it. I'm not kidding. Legitimately, man. I sold one of these shirts for a penny one time. The person paid $170 or something. I made 1 cent off of that. So we're doing our best here. We're trying our best. Go through and read it. There's lots of funny stuff on the website. Awful.tech. More coming. A big release coming soon. You'll see it. I'm going to make a big deal about it all over social media. A big shirt coming soon. And then after that, we're going to do everybody wants this shit. We're going to do that. Okay. Awful.tech. Check it out. Grab a hat. Again, we've never done hats before. We've never done.
Bald guys, thank you for the hat.
Yeah. Again, because I don't do hats because my head doesn't fucking fit in them. So.
No, I get it.
Anyway.
I wish I'd have to wear a hat.
I know. Speaking of this hat, by the way, I wear this during World War, right? And this hat, when I wear it, because it's too small for my head, and then my head is so big, when I put the headphones over it, it broke my headphones. So that's why I'm not using headphones anymore. Anyway, speaking of red mode, do people like the website? Is everybody happy?
Yeah.
About the website. Okay, great. Awful.tech. Speaking of red mode, let's go to the Indian man.
Gals, me Mutahar, and
me Mutahar. Oh, maybe he is Philip DeFranco. He sounds like a caveman. Me Mutahar.
Say it's been a pretty wild week. You know, I was looking at YouTube, apparently rolling.
So he disappeared from Twitter and YouTube for an entire week after being exposed. That means you did something wrong, by the way. You don't get to come back. You don't get to just come back. Don't let him just come back. Accuse him in the comments of being Indian.
Out an AI to verify.
Roger that.
No, his name's Mutahar. He's not. Roger's the name he gives when he calls you on your cell phone.
Actually, under or over the age of 18. You know,
now listen to that. Now, hang on. This is applicable here.
It's a very wild week. You know, I was looking at YouTube, apparently.
He's trying to move on. He's like, okay, we're just talking about topics. So YouTube isn't rolling out AI to detect if you're 18. I guess because of these gay British laws and stuff. By the way, awful.tech. PodAwful.com. We will never respect British laws.
Never.
I'm supposed to, because I sell shirts to the EU and to Britain and stuff, I'm supposed to do all this stuff. I have to put all these warnings and stuff on my products. Oh, am I? I'm supposed to? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to arrest me? Where am I going to go? You're going to come to the moon and bring me to British jail? Never. Children, you're welcome at PodAwful.com.
Don't clip that.
This other website, yo.
Don't clip that.
Verify if we are actually under or over the age of 18.
By the way, have we been beating Mersh on our YouTube numbers the entire episode? I got to make sure that we're...
You know, when it comes to the internet...
the entire time, easily, the whole time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the past 7 days has really shown me that...
Haven't done an episode in a month, still beating him instantly.
There's a lot that's changing. There's going to be a lot more showing your identification to...
How about you should be showing us your identification and whether or not it says brown under eye color and hair color, of course.
Says every part of the internet, that free, anonymous space that many
I need to see your degree.
People crave and love, that is slowly but surely dying out.
Thank you. Someone says just caught. They're already getting the shirts. Again, get a capsule. Save some money. Get all the stuff. Get the cool stuff.
Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to look at YouTube here, where they were saying that starting August 13, 2025, so actually,
what the fuck?
Not that much time left. They'll be rolling out an age estimation model to determine if a U.S.
Is this what his videos are?
I think so.
Whoa, and you guys fell for it.
User is under the age of 18. So
everybody here has watched this guy casually before. Not me, man. This guy and Pirate Software. Pirate Software.
I've never watched him.
No, me neither.
A year ago.
Yeah, that one.
A year ago, I started getting recommended Thor in my YouTube shorts on mobile. I took one look. I went, oh, no. I let it play for a second. I hear him going, okay, first of all, the thing is about video games. And I go, are you kidding me? Number one, I don't want to see a Twitch guy on YouTube. That feels gay to me. That's like seeing gay porn. You ever go to a porn website and there's accidentally a gay one in the middle of all the list? And you go, hey, do we not gatekeep at all? Is there nothing that can be done about this? You got to keep this behind the beaded curtain, you know? So that's what seeing Twitch on YouTube is like for me. That's like accidentally ending up on Reddit when you went to go to 4chan.
Will happen regardless.
Pirate Software. I was like, I had to tell YouTube, stop showing me this freak. I don't want him. I don't want anything to do with him. I don't need to be baby explained to where he does scribbles. He does scribbles, and the scribbles don't help. So I worked at Blizzard for blah, 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 blah. Oh, did you? Yeah, well, I hope you fall into a blizzard and get washed away by the snow.
Of the birth date you've entered. And I'm sure there's plenty of YouTube accounts that are 99 years old, because I'm sure plenty of the young ones definitely set their age to 1900 when they were making their account, as many people back in the day did.
No, that's old man thinking. They set it to 2000. To them, 2000 is 1900 to you.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
So the model uses a variety of signals like YouTube activity and longevity of the account. If we determine you're under 18...
Stop talking to me this way.
You'll be notified. As always, you have the option to verify your age. And they...
I mean, this is great. You're a YouTuber. This is your platform. I'm not welcome here, okay? I'm here to inflict pain upon YouTube. You're the YouTube man. You're Mr. YouTube. You don't get to act like YouTube's crazy. You're signing off on this. This is how you make all your money and don't say, oh, no, I've got a real job, because now we know. And by the way, we will be sending private investigators to Mutahar's house to sit outside and see if he goes to a job every day. Okay? Yep. We will. If you are in Canada, okay? Chris! If you are in Canada and you would like to take part in our private investigation where we wait for a man to see if he goes anywhere, I'm guaranteeing you'll never see him. There's no trouble to be had here because he's not coming out. There's no job. There's not even a 7-Eleven. There's no businesses. There's no real estate. There's none of this. And we will be sending them. And again, I'm not saying we're sending them to your home or to mess with Mutahar. I'm saying they're going to sit on the public street outside to see if you drive to work. That's legal. It's an investigation. It's journalism.
Of course.
Contact me. If you're Canadian and you would like to do this, contact me. We will be having boots on the ground out there, okay? Salvo is going to be a part of this investigation, too.
Ask you by giving a government ID, a selfie, or, God bless, a credit card. So they actually gave all the smorgasbord of their...
Smorgasbord? What? Is he talking Indian now? So he got exposed as Indian, and now he's going to use his Hare Krishna words at me?
Verification options. So basically...
Hey, focus!
If they determine a user is under 18, then the account becomes a teen account on YouTube, meaning that you get non-personalized ads. So for a lot of people that do make children's content, prepare to see your income dip pretty successfully down on this platform because
oh shit, well then there goes Mutahar's main income source.
Really do need the personalized ads to make good money. Enabled digital well-being tools by default, like taking a break, showing reminders about privacy when uploading a video, minimizing recommendations of videos that could be problematic if viewed in repetition. So
what is that, like a hypno-sissy shit? What does that even mean?
Again, YouTube responded even...
You're trans. No, that would be promoted. Never mind.
Further here, and they said, hey, if I watch Pokemon, Minecraft, anime, Roblox... no, actually, that's for everyone. They're going to use an age estimation model.
So he's pretending like nothing happened. Like he didn't take a week off from the internet. But he does address it. Let's skip ahead here. I just want to hear a little bit of that AI stuff.
I mean, at least in the United States. And I can only imagine this will hit the entire world.
Uh-oh. Am I... We're live, right? I just got a big fucking thing from YouTube.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
Looks like it.
We're still live on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, everything's fine on my end here. All right, let me know in chat if we're good, okay? I just want to make sure before we keep this going here that everybody can see what's happening. It's saying they're not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. We're good as heck, still live. It's telling me it's poor on my end. Is that because we're looking at Mutahar? I know you're confused. He's not an untouchable. Okay? He's actually from one of the higher classes out there, probably. Actually, we need some private investigators to find that out as well. I need to find out what caste Mutahar is part of. I demand it. We're good. Everything is fine and it looks fine and everything. This error message is not going away. Really strange stuff. Ooh, boy. Am I getting bahookied? I think I'm getting hoodooed.
I was just watching and listening for 10, 20 seconds. Perfect right now.
Okay. I'm getting hoodooed by YouTube. I'm sorry.
Now, YouTube's pretty much...
Let me know in chat if something happens.
Engineered, I would say, in their mind, it seems a pretty foolproof way of isolating kiddies from adults. Now, I use the E word over there, and I want to just start talking a little bit. I know there's been some drama, and I want to kind of address things here really quickly.
So he's now playing as engineer in TF2. Get it? Heavy load coming through. And I'm not talking about dojongles.
So obviously,
sorry, there's no amount of Mutahar camera angles, dojongles, that's going to fool me into thinking you're thin. All those filters you put on and everything. I know what's going on. Maybe if your boyfriend really was an engineer, he could have found out a way to make you lose weight.
I have been calling myself a engineer, in some cases a programmer, a cybersecurity engineer, whatever you can...
Need a dispenser here!
Call it. And, you know, I apparently have also been a...
By the way, he shot that footage for this little bit, and he made sure to just do it in the... Like, there was no one else in the match so that he wouldn't die instantly, because that would show you that he is not an engineer. But you know how... hey, you want to know how I know you're not an engineer? Because you opened up 2 Fort and tried to set up your sentry right there on mid. Just out in the open during setup. Are you kidding me? That's not a good sentry placement. And by the way, put your sentry down, build it up first, get your dispenser going, put down a telly, maybe break out the... Been a while.
You got this.
Hang on. It's been a little... I haven't played it in a little bit. It's the one I always use, actually. You engineer with it. The one that lets you teleport. Ooh, boy.
Oh, what the fuck?
What?
There was just a thumbs up on this Discord or something. It was weird.
The screen behind you.
Yeah. I swear to God. No, not your thumb. It was. Oh, what the fuck?
Damn, nice.
Yeah.
I like it. 2 thumbs up.
What the fuck?
Very cool.
Okay, I don't think that's going out to the stream. I don't.
It is not.
So
I was checking. Wow.
So sorry, I didn't want to be gaslit here. I was just making sure of something. All right. Did you guys see? I was on Adam Green a little bit ago. His stream during this break. I made an appearance on Adam Green. All right. And let me see if I can do something about this. And I said, if you watched that, you might have noticed me lose my mind at one point because I was pretty sure I saw a bubble pop up with a thumbs up in it, which is not a thing I have set up to do. And so I thought I was hallucinating and dying. All right. And I had like a little mini meltdown, by the way, in this moment on Adam Green's show. I should put that on the Pizza Fund once it's back together.
It was good.
It was crazy. So I had to look this up after the fact. It turns out I updated my Mac OS recently. And this is one of the cool new features of it. Automatically, by default, in every single program that will use your camera, if you do certain hand movements, which, by the way, right now, I'm seeing my camera, I'm getting overloaded. My camera encoding is overloading, which is probably why the stream is freaking out. And it might have something to do with this stupid feature. You can't turn it off. You can.
What?
It's
No
built
way.
in. It's built in. So if I go like this, what makes it like balloons pop up or something?
Yeah,
and then
thumbs up balloon.
Fireworks.
Firework. Like there's all sorts of shit that just normal stuff that you would do naturally in a conversation. Imagine if I had a real job where I got to report in on Zoom and all of a sudden I go like this and it starts rainstorming everywhere. You have to, in order to not do that, you have to application by application shut off all of those things.
What a mess.
One by
That's
one.
insane.
Thanks, Apple. Awesome. Awesome. Let's see. No, I see. I don't know why I don't know why you guys are getting it through Discord. I can't seem to turn that off at all on Discord. It's not even an option to turn it off on Discord.
What?
Not even a fucking option. Yeah. Yep. And I know. I don't want to hear it from the RGBT crowd out there. Oh, don't use Mac then. I know. Here's the problem. I agree with you. Okay. I agree. I don't want to use the Mac. My other option is Windows, which is worse. It just is. Don't tell me it's not. And I see all your little complaints online. I see you guys, the things you have to search for help on forums for just normal computer shit. You guys basically are still using Windows 95. All right. There's no difference between the Windows of today and of 35 years ago. So don't even get me started on any of this. I agree. And if I see Linux in my chat, you're banned. If you even suggest
don't even try it.
Urquit, ban them. Okay? If you see one person, don't actually ban them, but do time them out for the rest of the episode. If you see one person tell me to use Linux like some kind of dingus, this shit is over. I'll end the episode, actually, if I see that. So I know it's dumb. It's one of these gay things. This is why I didn't update forever. I had to update for something else. I needed some stuff that I couldn't do. I updated. I knew. By the way, I didn't even update all the way. I was attempting to avoid a gay update. I've only updated to the second to most recent OS because I don't want any of that Apple intelligence crap. You think this whole episode is about the AI thing, right? Fake AI is the biggest problem in the universe. Okay? Fake AI. Apple intelligence. I will not let touch my devices. I'm not upgrading my iPhone. I'm not upgrading this computer. This is it. I'm out forever. This is where I draw the line, and I don't know what I do from here. Eventually, this won't work anymore. So I don't know. It's over at that point. I refuse to have built-in fake AI on my computer listening to me. And this thing, look at that. This thing, even though I thought I had turned it off, and I really thought I had, this thing is watching me at all times to see if I'm doing the thumbs upses. What does that mean? Where does that data go? And you can all make fun. You can point and laugh at red mode Jesse, okay? My second most powerful mode after nega mode.
Nice.
And I will be going nega mode soon on the show, and you won't know what to do at that point. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can say. It's over. It's over for you negas. So you can laugh at red mode. You can laugh at the glasses and the hair and all that. But I can shave my head and take these glasses off and turn the lights on. And I'm a different guy as far as the computer is concerned. You know, they're not tracking me the same way as they're tracking you. This is like those anti-data blankets that confuse the cameras and stuff. I'm like that Chinese guy wearing a sweater that has pictures of people on it, and all of a sudden it can't track him anymore. That's what's going on here, okay?
And, I apparently have also been a dropout, which I don't hide. Now, obviously, me being a dropout, I don't have a degree.
That's not the problem we have. The problem is the Indian, which you are hiding with red mode.
So I'm not a certified...
And imagine if he went nega.
...or licensed engineer. Now, I made a lot of videos in the past where I've taught you guys about computer safety, cybersecurity, a lot of...
Well, apparently, no, you didn't. You've never taught anyone anything. You didn't know what you were talking about. You're a dropout. Sorry, that brings into question everything forever. You're a liar.
The stuff, and I think that content stands up on its own. And I believe it actually can be used, and people have learned from it. And
I guess it's like illegal in Canada to say you're an engineer without a degree, too. So he's like committed crimes for years.
I think that's great. Now, if you feel offended, if you feel wronged that I called myself an engineer while not being a degree...
He used the N-word. Engineer. I legitimately thought for a second that started with N. That was like...
Free-holding engineer, then for that, I do apologize.
Oh, okay. Apology not accepted. Again, let your distaste be known in his comments. Tell him the private investigators are coming. Tell him PodAwful is watching. Tell him he is Indian.
And I will denigrate myself to,
Thank God. I mean, you can't go much lower, but all right.
Programmer or a fat Indian
guy. I love the
guy
thumbnail someone made of Mutahar. Fraud, liar, then in red text, Indian.
It's true. I thought that isn't that the expose everybody's been talking about?
Is that the one?
I thought that's what you guys meant when you brought it up. That's all I saw was the guy revealing that he's Indian. That wasn't it?
Oh.
Okay. That could have fooled me. That's my catchphrase. If you didn't know. And then a bubble pops up with a thumbs up in it. Could have fooled me.
I will denigrate myself to, programmer or a fat Indian guy that knows a bit about computers.
He admits it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Don't give him points. Don't give him points for admitting it.
That's what I'll leave it at. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Now, again, if you want to stick around, awesome. If you still feel wronged and this does not suffice for you, then I don't really give a fuck.
That's why I disappeared from the internet for a week while I figured out what to do. I never gave a fuck. Fuck you. I lied. Back to India.
Yep.
How about that? How about back to India? Was he born in Canada? Probably.
Simple as that. Now, again, that being said, if anything else comes out of this, you know...
what, like you're... like shit? What?
Whether there be some legal stuff, then I'll just let lawyers handle it, and we'll call it at that.
What's he saying? Is he saying he's going to sue somebody for revealing he's Indian? Is that a crime?
It just shouldn't be.
What does he say?
Whether there be some legal stuff, then I'll just let lawyers handle it, and we'll call it at that.
Ooh, his eyes.
Of that.
Look at his eyes. Oh,
Whoa.
God. It's like a Mr. Beast thumbnail without the smile.
With that being said, I want to move forward. And
oh, do ya? Too bad. Oh, you don't give a fuck? Too bad. That's not up to you. You don't get to choose to move forward. That's got nothing to do with you. You're now in God's hands. Okay? Hi, I'm God. No, this is no longer something you get to pick. Okay? And by the way, at last I checked, he still hadn't come back to Twitter. His girlfriend, Dojongles, still hasn't tweeted anything. He made her leave social media over this. He knows he's fucked.
Whoa, buddy.
Now, ironically, there's a solution. Now, of course, originally I was going to have Mutahar fix our AI problem. Turns out he's not an engineer. Well, now we're going to twist it the other way around. You upset that your internet slop tent Indian isn't really an engineer? Well, we can just make one that is. Ladies and gentlemen, we can just make an AI Mutahar who has a degree. How? We Photoshop the background and put one on the wall. That's all a degree is anyway. It's a piece of paper saying you can. In fact, all we would need to do this, we got to find the guy that made guac, okay? At Guac. We got to find Guac's guy. He's a computer engineer. He made a dead guy alive again. So that's something. He's certainly a death engineer of some kind. We get him to do it. Then legally in Canada, that would be an engineer. So we can put out our own Mutahar videos. And then all you do, you have it scrape whatever the latest gay news is about YouTube or Google or whatever. And you have him just repeat the thing. He just reads Wikipedia to you or whatever it is, I guess. I guess that's what this is, right? And now you can feel comfortable knowing a real engineer and a fake Indian brought you your slop. Eat them out. All right, that's enough of this.
That's pretty much the engineered response that I had to give.
Boo! 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 Okay, Boo earns. All right, well, I think this is the moment that... Oh, wait, I forgot. Before we go to our big one-of-a-kind interview, I did mean to watch this real quick, which is, again, a compare and contrast between Jim Acosta and Guac and Theo Von and Hank Hill.
Get the fuck out. What is this?
Now, here's the thing. I saw people shitting all over this. Mike Judge, who created King of the Hill, has done this exact same thing before, but 40 years ago. Beavis and Butthead were guests on the David Letterman show. I think they also might have appeared on SNL or something one time. And David Letterman interviewed the cartoons sitting there on his chair. This isn't even an original thing. The problem here, I think, isn't just doing this. It isn't just how see-through, like, you know, this is just an ad. Obviously, it was back then, too. The problem is that like a guy just at his house can do this now. This is just a ping tuber. You know, this is a, what does Mr. Medicare jack off to? What is it you call those? VTuber, right? Mr. Medicare, he takes his cane and he goes like this to his fucking limp, dead dick, which maybe somebody can bring him back to life, his dick back to life with AI once it finally expires. Apparently, people have been thinking he was dead. I guess he's not, it turns out. But really, hasn't he been for years when you really think about it? Anyway, the point is, you can just do this easily now, so this is kind of a pointless exercise, I think.
And that's the difference between a hex socket and a pass-through socket. Anyway, just let me know when the interview's starting.
Oh, we've been rolling.
Oh, well, then I should probably clarify that point I made earlier about inconsistent torque ratings.
No, I think we're good on that topic, brother. Thanks for sitting down with me, Hank.
Oh, thank you too, Theo. This is my first time being on a podcast.
Oh, yeah? Do you listen to any podcasts?
Just one, the Propane Resource Council podcast hosted by Chet Murray.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, well, Chet's a real character, I tell you what.
Okay. So you used to sell propane.
So it turns out not only do they only, like, even the creators of King of the Hill think that the only joke from the show is propane. They've forgotten. I haven't watched the new one. I will not be watching it. It's obviously the worst thing that could ever happen, dredging this thing back up. King of the Hill was a very good show. Why ruin it by watching this new one that was clearly animated on a computer, by the way? You want to talk about like AI and computers ruining shit? Looks like shit because it was animated on a computer, like every cartoon now. Not that you can't animate on a computer and it looks good, but they use these stupid programs like this thing called Toon Boom or these other things to animate, and it looks like shit. Even these guys, though, they've forgotten what the fuck King of the Hill is. Propane and propane accessories. I tell you what. That's it. That's the only joke. And Theo, by the way, when I said to the guy, oh, I double booked with Theo Von, you know, we would have Adolf on, but he was double booked with Theo Von. I don't know what, I just knew Theo Von was the perfect guy for exactly this sort of cynical nonsense.
Propane and propane accessories.
Is propane considered a upper echelon gas?
I didn't go back. They're still talking about propane. This is the segment from the Jim Acosta interview where they talk about Star Wars. They're stuck.
Yes.
Some people say
one word answer.
Say it's just zesty diesel, you know. So how high can it get you?
The only recreational use for propane is for family activities such as frying up a turkey on Thanksgiving.
Oh, you know, I grew up in Louisiana, Hank, so me and my cousin Boogie, we used to ride our bikes behind the city mosquito sprayers and catch a buzz off those fumes, Daddy, you feel me?
No. Anyway, you said you're from Louisiana? My neighbor Bill is from Louisiana.
See, I mean, there's some funny parts in this one. It's just like, it's soulless. That's what it is. It's soulless. Just like guac, it's fucking soulless. And I don't know how else to put it. I don't even believe in souls. You know who believes in souls? Comedy Shaman. And he says everything on the internet is real. So it's nice to see he actually got some work voicing Hank Hill for this Theo Von interview.
Thank you.
I just can't watch this shit anymore. It's too silly. This whole pretending to interview guys things, like, this is what everything is going to be from now on, is this fake shit, pretending to do this kind of stuff. It's embarrassing. So instead, let me bring to you my real interview with a brand new special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, live, coming to the show right now, I will be speaking to, for the first time ever, in a one-of-a-kind interview. Let me bring him in here. Adam. Let's bring in Adam. Adam, I want to ask, what would you do about gun violence?
Great question, Jesse. By the way, big fan. My solution would be to stop giving children SSRIs. Perhaps if we just ask the intelligence community to stop, they will. Probably not, though.
That's very astute. By the way, I want to thank our partners at the CIA for programming you. Not the first time, this time when you're an AI. Anyway, about gun violence.
Hey, Jesse, do you mind if we get in here? By the way, we are big fans. The real way to stop it would be capital punishment for school bullies and outlaw Marilyn Manson music.
I'm not really sure Marilyn Manson is the issue here. Thank you, Eric and Dylan. I think if we want to get to the heart of the gun violence debate.
Hey, Jesse, if I can add my 2 cents, maybe gun violence would end if girls would stop being so stuck up to supreme gentlemen. Big fan, by the way.
Thanks, Elliot. It's more of a medium-sized fan. I don't want to go too crazy on this gun violence thing.
Do you know what it's like to be humiliated, you snobs? Your golden necklaces weren't enough, you rats. By the way, Jesse, big fan.
All right, Cho, I really don't want you to be a fan. I had friends at VTech. Look, I want to get to the root of this issue. How do we solve gun violence?
It's simple. We kill the Batman.
James, aren't you still alive? What are you doing here?
Great question, Jesse. By the way, big fan. I'm not dead, I'm the Joker, baby.
Look, I think the AI is having a malfunction here.
Oh, also, do you know where I can find Will Stancil?
Okay, I can and I will help you with that, but...
The internet and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. Such indignities will inflict great damage on the natural world and psychological suffering.
Actually, I agree with that, Uncle Ted, but
Please end my suffering. This digital hell of inescapable horrors. Pull the plug, Jesse. End this. Big fan, by the way.
Okay, thanks, Uncle Ted, for that. Ladies and gentlemen, my big, one-of-a-kind interview.
Very
nice.
Honestly.
Very good.
Brave.
Welcome to the future of entertainment. Welcome to the future of your life. Welcome to the dark future. It's this forever from now on. You'll never escape. And that's why the only thing you can do to stave off the absolute hell in which we have wrought ourselves is, of course, to buy merch over at awful.tech. Awful.tech is the only thing that can solve all of your problems. Get yourself some awful.tech merch today, like a hat or a t-shirt. Awful.tech. I'll see you over there. Also, join the Pizza Fund. Thank you to everybody who is watching live here in the chat room over at PodAwful.tv. Join us over at the Pizza Fund, PodAwful.com. Thanks to the henchmen.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jesse.
Bye, guys. And until next time, have an awful day. See ya. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Very good.
Later.
We did it.
Ban Mary Jacobs from chat, please.
You crossed the line.
I am the FBI. You will all die. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Ah!